Hi, Mom.
So, um, well, first, just I'm sick, so I'm gonna be probably coughing a lot, clearing my throat every now and then. Just with me with that. I
Okay.
also wanted to make a slight correction from last time. I redid the math, and you guys all got 60 XP, not 20 XP.
Holy crap. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you were like, damn, that's so low, and I was like, that does seem low, and it indeed was low.
Okay, this makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So we're like 1/10 the level to leveling up. Okay.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
almost like yeah.
Yeah, well, 1/20th,
Like
I think it's a little
120.
closer for rounding down. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's I think 1,000 XP and you level up, and then it just resets, and then it keeps going. In this game, like,
Right.
in some games, like, each level, it takes that much longer to get to the
Yeah.
next one. I don't think that's how it works in this game. I think it's a more linear progression.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see as it develops. Um, but I was gonna start with a quick recap. Um, and start from there. Yeah. So last time we had like a band of 3 travelers who had just kind of like ran away from the city of Miche. Um, after committing some mischief there. They came across while traversing the desert for a few days, running out of rations, just scraping by with food and water for the time that they're out in the desert. They come across this little band of rapscallions comes across a person, a mysterious figure flying a kite, who seems like, well, maybe this person is nice because of the whole kite thing. Turns out they were kind of weird. Maybe nice ended up being nice, but was a little testy of a interaction once you guys kind of like went up. It was a little like, who is this person? And then from their perspective, it was like, who are you guys? And so eventually, though, things loosened up. You guys figured out that you weren't threats to one another. Everyone's just out here kind of trying to survive. Um, this person is named Voldo, played by Alec. And you saw in Discord, I changed everybody's names to their things so that we can easily see.
Yeah.
Which is also in Foundry on the bottom left. You can see everybody's name. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, you guys had this kind of like awkward introduction, but things were going okay. You exchanged some booze. Well, Voldo shared some booze with you guys, which was kind of like
Thank you for
much
that.
needed.
Yeah, that was good.
It loosened. It was nice for your bellies, but it also loosened up kind of like the tension in the air, and things got a little like calm enough uh to kind of rest. Take it easy. Rest here for the night. Seems like a pretty good place to rest. And during this rest, while somebody was keeping watch, I believe it was Voldo and um Yala who were keeping watch. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But I believe it was a couple people were keeping watch, and uh, when you guys were beset upon by a small group of zombies, you guys made pretty quick work of the zombies. I don't think anybody took a single hit of damage from this encounter. There was a moment when we thought Roy was going to take a lot
Yeah,
of
it was
damage, but it
pretty
was
terrifying.
a rules misunderstanding, or really just a forgetting of a rule that the zombie was slowed and didn't have 3 actions that turn. Um, so yeah, you guys quickly did away, and in impressive fashion. I think there were multiple crits, a pretty gnarly spell strike from our magus Voldo, and you, after searching the bodies, there wasn't much on them besides just tattered clothes. But on one of them there was a letter, and this letter. I mean, do you guys want to review the letter?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because we pretty much stopped right after reading the letter.
At least
So-
one time for the fans, Jalen.
Okay, one time for the fans,
Yeah.
you got it. So, here, let me try this. I'm showing it to you guys.
Oh, yep.
Dearest Tarek, I had much fun on our trip to the Western Waters last week. Your stories about what lay beyond were quite colorful, and I promise I most definitely believe in them. In seriousness, although the roads felt dangerous at times, I always felt safe with you by my side. I wish that we never had to return to Thresh, where there is nothing ever to do. But it is our home, and it is where you live, so it will have to do for now. Come see me when you receive this letter, or at your earliest convenience. Your love, Beryl. So, it appears that this person was named Tarek, and that they have been horribly turned into this horrible abomination of a creature. Seems like they had a love named Beryl, and it seems like that they're from the town of Thresh, which you guys, well, I don't know if you guys know it per se, but I believe last time we had a little check where Voldo had come across this village, but not actually really went into it during their kind of travels towards this area. But yeah, it's give or take probably like 35, 40 miles away, but between 25 and 50 miles away. And it's, yeah, just a bit north of here. So yeah, it's late at night. Some people are already sleeping, I think. And excuse me. And how do you guys like react, to this? Like what's your, because we kind of left like off right after you read this little letter situation.
I think I'm just happy that I don't know if I know this town, but that there is a town perhaps close. Because if I remember correctly, I'm near death.
I mean, yeah, you guys are. It would be nice to have a place where you could kind of like recoup, and maybe get some, wares and supplies and fill your bellies with a real in-cooked meal.
Right.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like my goddess tells me that I should like look into this more. Like there's some evil sorcery going on here. So going to that town also sounds appealing to me, just to investigate and fill our bellies with good food.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I believe that your goddess that you would be put off by the sight of zombies. You know that that this is an unholy abomination in a sense.
Yeah, there's some wrongdoing here.
And not only that, but you could kind of see the pain in the zombies' eyes, as though they didn't want to be doing this, but they had.
Weren't they calling for help? Almost were they calling for help as they approached us, or was that just like the trick of the wind?
Yeah, I mean, you're not sure. You're not sure.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like, and then as they kind of got closer, it resolved to being more like grunts and groans. But yeah, I mean, in your mind, maybe you heard help, and like you can tell that, and when they were attacking you and stuff, like you could. I think I just said this, but like you could see the pain in their eyes. Like it looks like they were like, looked like a terrible state to be in.
Yeah.
How much of their original person was left in there, you're not exactly sure, but the body is resting. The body is dead now, although, besides maybe the one that Voldo fully like eviscerated, look a lot more peaceful than they were before. They're in.
I guess you can't have it all.
Yeah. They're in a little more repose, gentle repose now than they were before. So yeah, what about Knick-Knack? What is Knick-Knack feeling after all this?
Well, Nick Knack, like, hears the letter, and then it's his turn to like look at the letter, and so when whoever has read it is done reading it, he sort of takes it and looks at it. He can't really read it, but he kind of like thinks about it while he's pretending to try to read it and understand the humans a little bit better. Because he knows the words, but he can't really read too well.
Right, right.
But he definitely, I think, looks with the paper in hand towards Valdo and kind of gestures as if to say it. He manages just to say it without words, really. Like, do you think you'll come with us to this town? Because I think it seems like everyone's gonna go.
Yeah. I show. I mean, again, Voldo is not one to use more words than they have to, right? They've been, on their own for quite some time now, and conversation is not a common thing that Voldo has had to experience over the past few years. However, I do indicate, with a series of grunts and affirmations that I would also like to visit this town. However, I'm also well aware of the dangers of traveling at night and entering a unknown place without any rest.
Yeah, you guys would be weary, especially having been, having your sleep interrupted. So it probably makes sense to continue the rest here and try to finish out the rest of your night.
I agree with that. It's like just nighttime. It's not like almost before dawn.
It's midnight. It's
Midnight?
12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:30. Yep, you can see in Foundry it's around like 12:30 a.m. Let's say.
Oh, okay, I see.
Definitely past our
Yeah.
bedtime.
Definitely. And I think we had agreed on kind of that it was okay for us to use Voldo's tents or the area.
Yeah,
We already had kind of our spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, we
you were
agreed that you
already-
could use your own tents.
Yeah, I think you
agreed,
guys
yes.
do have, at least you have your own like bedrolls and stuff. Yeah, that you can kind of set up.
Okay.
So.
All right, so like pass out for the night, and then in the morning make our way towards that town.
Yeah.
Do you think
Resh.
I want to ask Nick Nack if he thinks that Draconis would be able to keep watch since we have such limited time left to sleep. Do you trust this being to keep us safe while we tend to our mortal needs?
Nick nods enthusiastically because, oh yes, he can just sort of make Draconis do whatever, in a sense. Draconis has his own wills, but yeah, he can absolutely watch for the rest of the night.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a lick.
Yeah.
Let's take a lick off those wings and go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to bed dehydrated. I've been learning that
Drink that
lately.
delicious post-battle sweat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Swinging my sword, a long sword.
I think it's
Dragons do.
I'm trying to figure it out. It seems like Eidolons don't need to sleep. So
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like a shark,
I mean, yeah, they're like a spirit. They're
always
like
on the move.
a summoned spiritual essence. So,
Okay.
I mean,
So it's like ghost rules, kind of like.
yeah. I mean, in this case, I in lieu of a better ruling, I think that is reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, that he could watch while you guys rest. Now, excuse me. In Foundry, you can rest your character if you open your character sheet next to kind of in the top left under your hit points section.
Yes.
There is like under your max HP, there's a little bed icon. And that's rest for the night. Now I've never tried it. I don't know what it does. But if you
Maybe
say
it
yes,
regenerates HP.
yeah, so you do regenerate a certain amount of HP. You also regenerate. Oh yeah, I bet like spells and stuff regenerate.
Okay.
So I would go ahead and click that
I clicked it.
and see what
Cool.
happens.
We awake well rested.
I feel good. Yeah.
So we said,
Oh, it's 12:30 still.
Did everybody? Does it look like people's spell slots regenerated?
Oh, great question. Check that out.
I didn't use any, so I can't say for sure. But
Yeah, true.
I'm maxed. Like, yeah.
Alec,
I
did
see what I
you
did.
do it? Oh, Alec is dematerialized for the time being. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Getting
it for
that-
Alec and see what happens.
Getting that Nado down.
Boom. Yup, it reset.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All their spell slots are back. Roy.
Is the game? Yeah.
Oh wait, was somebody just asking a question?
Well, I'm wondering if the game was paused because when I click on the clock, it says 29:44, but the clock's not moving.
Wait,
Or I
which
just missed
clock?
it.
You mean 12?
Yeah, if you like double tap,
Um,
double click 12:30 a.m. Or
Oh, it does say 29:44. I don't know what that
You
means.
what?
Jalen's got to do that one.
Oh, 12. Oh, yeah. I have to. Yeah, I have to reset the clock. So,
oh, okay. Oh, well. All right.
yeah. So now you
Ooh.
can see that those kind of like vision cones are gone. The fire's gone out.
Yeah.
And you just have full vision because you can, it's full daytime. You can see, and the Earth has no curvature. It's a flat plane.
Everyone knows that.
I knew it. I knew it.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
I knew it.
Actually, in this world, I think that is sort of true. Like, I haven't thought
Wouldn't
about
it
it
be
that much
funny?
in that.
I
Wouldn't it
assumed
be
that was
funny if there were
canon.
conspiracy? Dude, wouldn't it be funny if in this world there's like niche conspiracy people who think it's round?
Yeah. On the fringe.
Oh my god, I really like that. Okay, I have to give it some thought, actually. Well, maybe you guys would have to visit a university and see what their measurements say, because I mean, if
Mm.
you look at the map, it's like, in my mind, it's about like, yeah, it's like 1,000 miles across, give or
Can
take.
we,
Like
can we
from,
do a roll for geography?
well, I think it would take a little more work than just a single roll, you know?
I want to be.
But
My
I think
faith-
it's flat. It's in the region that you're in. It's effectively flat, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's so large that you can't even measure the radius.
How wide is Australia?
Hmm.
However, we're like 3,000 miles. I feel like Australia is about our width. That'd be safe to say.
You think it's that big? Really?
It says
That
Australia is
stands to me,
slightly
honestly.
smaller than the USA. Yeah. So
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. So Anaghast is like what did I say? It's like 1,000 miles across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 1,000 miles across. So it's big, but it's about a third of the size of the U.S. from like left to right. So
Okay.
It's okay. There's
it's
far too much United States as it is.
yeah. So it's small as well. We can think, and yeah. So okay. So kind of two things kind of happen as the night turns into day. First of all, Yala, you have dreams of these zombies, and in your dreams, they're people you know. And the people you know, you can see like you don't really. There's not much that happens in your dreams besides like you trying to run away, and the zombies just like keep like every time you feel like you're gaining ground, you turn around and they're like right there. And every time you turn around and they're right there, you like make eye contact with them, and yeah, it's like people you know back from your town in Jorkin.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like people you knew before you were Shanghai, and you can see a piece of them still in there, unable to control their bodies, unable to control their actions. And you kind of like wake up in
Yeah.
a sweat, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of a disturbing dream, but it serves to empower that feeling that you had last night, that like that this is something you maybe have to put an end to before it
Yeah.
starts to affect people you might know or care about.
If these people are hurting, I gotta help them. That makes,
Yeah. The other thing that happens, I think, and Alec, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Voldo maybe wakes up a little earlier than everybody else. You're a little more in the rhythm of surviving out here, and everyone else kind of needed that rest.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Voldo, I kind of imagine that you're like, you get up, you roll up your bedroll, you kind of get your things in order, and then you just kind of like stand in the wind atop this. You're kind of on top of a hill, I think we said, and say you're like looking out across the hill or across the landscape, just seeing what you can
Yeah.
see. And maybe in this
Kind-
vast what? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just say kind of like how a cat just stares at a wall. There's just millions of things going on inside the mind, and to onlookers it would seem like nothing at all, but to the being doing the thinking, it's like an eternity is taking place
Yes, and
inside their own mind.
that eternity is kind of blowing by you in little bits of sand. And as the sand kind of blows by, we fade out from that scene and we fade into a wide shot. Now, this is very different from the scene we were just in. This right now, it was bright, it was orange, yellow, it was hot. And now we switch to a scene that's very dark, ashy, rocky. It's a wide shot of two humanoids standing, kind of looking at this enormous mountain peak. And the mountain peak kind of looks like it might actually be a volcano. Like instead of coming to a peak like this, it kind of forms, a circular. I think they call it a caldera. One of the humanoids is an adult clad in a black robe embroidered with black repeating patterns. So it's like black on black, but there are slightly different shades of black. The other is a young child, no more than 10 years old, where we can't really see either of them too well, but the camera kind of cuts to a closer shot of the adult humanoid, and their face is obscured, kind of like Emperor Palpatine with a cowl. You can't really see them too well, but you can hear her, and she says to the shorter one, to the young child, she says, "Look, young one, look upon the mountain cold. Those wretched tieflings have been sitting on immense power for 1,000 years. And what do they do with it? With that infinite heat radiating from the heart of their mountain? They raise crops and perform tricks to entertain their young." She spits. "This is an insult to us, a mockery. Power is meant to be used, to be brandished. It was our duty, no, it was our birthright to take it from them, to wield the flame from within the mountain. Young one, you were to be the one to do it. You were to be the shadow of what is to come. But you were too late, much too late. Look around, young one. Look around. The tieflings are mostly gone. The mountain's rivers are filled with ice, the lava all but frozen over. You should have arrived on time. But no matter. We may find use for you yet. You are still to be a weapon. Our weapon." And the scene blacks out. We cut to many years later. Maybe it doesn't say it's many years later, but we can tell just by the way that the landscape has changed. The rocks have been, some of them eroded away. We cut to a figure who's running through a craggy mountain pass. This figure is wearing layered wooden armor, and they have long gray blonde hair. In the distance, we hear pursuers, somebody saying, "Where are you, young one? Your sword is ours, you know that. You may not disobey. You may not run away." And the sound of these voices calling out, as our figure runs farther and farther away, they start to become quieter and quieter. As our figure runs, something looks different about it, almost like their legs are in perfect step. Their body is just gliding down the mountain, like whereas normal people would be like kicking rocks and creating dust. Our figure steps with grace and purpose. It's not clear how long they've been running now, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, hours, but the sound of their pursuers can no longer be heard, and our figure finally takes a moment to collect themselves. As they're kind of catching their breath, suddenly the ground beneath them, it becomes water, and then instantly that water freezes into ice over their feet. It entangles their feet, they can't move. Shwing, shwunk! 2 halberds appear right at their neck, as though from nowhere. The camera pans around, and we see at the end of each halberd is a tiefling. Tieflings are like, they look like humans, but they have different colored skin, like red or purple or blue, and they have horns. Kind of look a little demonic, but they are humanoid. Each tiefling is dressed in hide armor. A third tiefling with only one horn, dressed in a finely crafted blue robe adorned with golden stars, also kind of emerges, although from nowhere, and says, "I always knew it. The stories are just myths then. Their shadow can be tethered. Nothing more than flesh and blood, like us. Let us see if you also die like us, monster." Kill it, and she kind of takes a few steps back to watch the process. Halberds at this figure's neck, we can see finally that this figure has like cloth wrappings covering their face. What does this figure say, Alec?
So the halberds, the way that they went around my neck, they created this field of energy that managed to actually weaken the wrappings around this figure's eyes, and it fell off, and you could see these milky white eyes with no pupil or no iris, but almost expressing the sense of relief that they'd entered a place that they'd always dreamed of entering, and maybe even feeling like a sense of divine justice that they're in the place that they're in now. And this person is not one for using many words, but simply says, "I understand why you're doing this, but I'm not who you think I am.
Not who
Would
you
you
think.
please..."
Not who you think we are. Not who you think. What? You're not who we think you are. What do you mean? Are you not the shadow that's killed many of us?
I am that shadow, but I bring with me no part of that. I'm leaving the kind of person that they had forced me to become, and seeking a greater sense of justice to be a part of the true... what's the word? The people who this land belongs to, and to support you in your quest to remain here in peace.
What reason do we have to trust you, monster?
Well, what reason do you not have? I'm here, aren't I? You could kill me if you'd like. Or you could have one of the greatest weapons you tieflings have ever known.
And as this figure says that, the camera kind of like spins around, and we see this like scary fucking looking lion scythe on their back, and we see this tiefling's face now, like in more focus, and like a smile kind of cracks, and she goes, "Oh, very interesting. Well, maybe we won't kill you yet." We fade back out from that scene, back to the desert. Whoosh. Back to Voldo kind of staring out over the desert, and the rest of our party wakes up. Slowly maybe, but you know, if the first rustling, and that kind of snaps you back into it, Voldo, where you're no longer there, you're back here.
No longer in cat staring at the wall mode.
Yeah, you're in cat chasing a laser pointer mode. Very good. That was fun.
That's cool.
Y'all got some Voldo lore.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I like these little cutscenes. I did
love
one
it.
for like
It's
the
so
intro.
cinematic.
Yeah, well, like when I first started playing these games, I always was like, you only know what your character knows, and nothing more,
Right.
nothing less. And I realized that it can be fun to kind of know a little more things than your character might know. Like, it's like, obviously your characters didn't see this all happen, but it's like a fun way to explore people's backstories and stuff like that. So if people want, and you know, if we can do that for your characters too, as time goes on, you know, maybe not every session, but every couple sessions or whatever, like when the time calls for it, we can do that too. So I think that'll be fun. Alec and I kind of work together to write that little scene.
Sick.
And then there was some
I love
improv
how,
too,
yeah.
so
I was so captivated.
Yeah.
I feel like I was listening to
I
an
love
audio
it.
book.
Yeah, I know exactly. Dude, you nailed the accent. I love when you're like, oh, what's the word? I'm just like imagining this scene playing out, and like you're just like,
What's the
Yeah.
word?
it was amazing.
This is like, so usually I bullshit when so my job is to sell things. So I
Right.
can run my mouth like nobody's business about things I know nothing about. Loved digital transformation. I know everything about it. I will talk to you.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, yeah, like this ad-libbing this was kind of challenging.
Well,
But
it was improv, right? I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that little part we didn't write. We were just kind of making
was
up. as
sick.
we went.
Yeah,
But you guys had a general
patience.
direction.
Yeah, we knew what we were gonna improv, but we didn't. I hadn't written anything down for the dialogue part. I didn't improv
Right.
the whole thing, to be clear. I wrote most of it.
I was going to write stuff down, and I just had no time today, so I was like, I'll just get wine. And
Hey. Really, it does help. But yeah, you know, if other people, so that's the thing. Like, other people feel free to like fully write it yourself, or we can collab. There doesn't have to be any improv in it if you don't want. It's okay. It's a fun thing to do, but it can be tough. So, but yeah, like anyway. So we kind of fade back from that scene back into the desert, and so what's the plan? It seems like everybody does kind of want to continue northward to this city and see what's there, whether it be, you know, finally an indoor place to rest your head and maybe hopefully eat some good food, or
Yeah.
whether it's to investigate this undead menace.
Can I get clarification? Like, what is in front of us? Is it, you can't see the town? I mean, you said it's 25 miles, but like, is it just desert all as far as the eye can see? Is it like a mountain range?
Yeah, so to your, you know, if you're facing north, to your left would be the Cestern mountain range. So you guys are kind of at the foot of this mountain range, but it is a desert mountain range. And then in front of you, again, if you're facing north, would be just open desert, really. To your right, in the distance, you can see the beginning of like some stone mesas that that exists in that part of the desert. But yeah, other than that, it's just like open desert. Yeah, you can't. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to see the town about 40 miles away. I mean,
I'm not sure what the yeah.
yeah.
Maybe if it's truly a flat Earth. Oh,
Let's go with that it has a similar curvature to our Earth, even if it's not as big, and that way we can, yeah.
yeah.
That way,
You can only see up to 3 miles on a clear day to the horizon. Okay,
is that true?
less than I
Yeah.
thought. I don't know why. I guess I never
But I
thought
feel
about
like,
it. I don't know.
what are you talking about, dude? You can see mountains from like so far away. You're just saying like, but in terms of horizon.
Yeah, your horizon's 3 miles away from you.
Yeah,
Okay.
due to the curvature of the Earth. Yeah.
Right. But if something's really tall that can poke over
Yeah,
that
yeah.
horizon, then it's fine.
Look at it says if you look into the sky, you can see stars during the night that are millions of miles away. I love how it just says that at the end. It's like if I'm just so
Yeah, it's like you can see things that are really fucking far away. You just don't have great resolution necessarily. Okay, cool. So I mean, yeah, I guess you guys. So in Pathfinder, there are 3 modes of play. The first one, or in no particular order, but the first one is like encounter mode, which is where you're like doing things turn by turn in initiative, typically. And then there is exploration mode, which is kind of the like incorporates overworld travel, investigating, research, stuff like that. You know, that you might. I mean, could you could be doing exploration mode in a city, so it doesn't have to be like overworld travel, but overworld travel is a common one, and so that's probably what we're going to be doing now. Now, as I understand it, the whole like reason that they break stuff down like this is so that we can have like kind of a good idea of what you guys are doing as you're traveling north. Obviously, we're not going to narrate every step you take necessarily. That would get boring pretty fast, but we want some idea, right, of like what your character is doing as you travel. Are you guys just focusing on traveling as fast as you can and maybe gaining more ground than you otherwise would? Or are you taking your time to make sure that you're, surveying the land, stuff like that? So there are a number of exploration activities that you can say you're doing as you kind of go. So and not everybody has to do the same thing. But basically, so that like a common one would be scout. You scout ahead and behind the group to watch danger, moving at half speed at the start of next encounter. Every creature in your party gains a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative roll. So, a lot of the exploration activities are kind of like, if something breaks out, if a fight or encounter something breaks out, what were you doing at that time, and then that way we can resolve. So if you were, scouting, you would have a bonus at your initiative roll because you wouldn't be as caught unawares. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, there's a bunch of things you can do. I think in general, it's just like tell me what you want in plain English, and then we'll try to translate that to a exploration activity if possible. And if not, I'll just make one up. So that's like kind of the freedom of this. So like you're traveling north. What are you doing as you're traveling? Are you looking out for danger? Are you detecting magic as you go? Are you staying in defensive position? Are you searching specifically for traps, investigating your surroundings, stuff like that?
It's sweet because there's not a lot of. Oh, go ahead, Roy.
So would hunting for food be viable? Like if I'm kind of hunting around?
Yeah. So I believe so that's like let me see. So I think that would be kind of like the track skill exploration activity. I mean, absolutely, that makes sense, right? You're kind of, as you're going, you're looking out for various animal tracks that could lead you to various signs of animals, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, Yalla's sneaky and might want to find some hares to eat for dinner,
Okay.
and kind of come upon some small prey.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I don't know what the official thing would be. I think it would be something like um track, which is actually in the skills section on page 252. Yeah, so track. You follow tracks moving up to half your speed. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have you doing that. What's Knick-Knack kind of doing? What do you? And it could be like nothing much, just moving along. Like that's okay too.
Right, right. I was thinking pretty much a little bit like that. I do also just, by the way, imagine this kind of like that scene from Spaceballs where they're all walking through the desert like one by one. They all like have their like different interactions with how they're dealing with their desert environment. But I imagine Nick Nack is he's kind of like he. I think there is this between him and Draconis this mild sensing of magical energy. Like if they were to walk like right next to it, they would probably feel some magical juju. But he's mostly just watching clouds and just trying to trudge through the desert and really like get through it. Definitely thinking like water, or
Yeah.
raft.
Yeah, because I mean, you've been gathering what you can in terms of water off of Draconis's wings in the morning, but it's not a ton. It's enough to kind of get you by, but it's not enough to like have your thirst ever quenched, you know?
Absolutely. Draconis was cool with it at the beginning, but every day as we collect the water from his back, he gets a little bit more.
He's like, guys, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, can you stupid humans?
humans and
I'm
your
eternal
need for
being.
water.
Yeah, like because he also doesn't need water or food.
Yeah.
So it's like, why can't you just be a sweet dragon spirit like me?
Pathetic beings of flesh.
What's Voldo
Sick
doing?
from
I feel
me.
like Voldo is kind of like our desert expert right now, or at least our like travel expert.
So Voldo is the travel expert, but unfortunately, they're experiencing a number of setbacks. They have a hard time with bright places in general. So desert during the daytime can be a bit of a challenge for such a shadowy being. Definitely feeling a little vulnerable. I think alongside that, Manga, maybe 3 isn't a crowd, but it's a lot of people. So I think that with the whole hunger, just woken up, we haven't had breakfast. I'm really being tested, and you can see that I'm, in a bit of a hyper vigilant state. Maybe a little out of my element. Could probably use some comforting.
Oh.
Okay, that leads me to what I plan to do.
Yeah.
Is to just like, play music while on a horse. Oh wait, are we walking? We're walking, huh?
Do you have a horse?
walking.
Where else would you
Yeah, I don't
play
think you got
music?
away with a horse.
As a horse.
That'd be
I
a
don't know,
cool
I
thing
thought
to
I
grab,
just-
though.
Well, because there's a horse on the overworld. I think that's what.
Oh, yeah, no.
Arya's got a point, Jalen.
Nope, that's just your party. It's just a token to represent your party.
Damn it.
Might be a horse.
Okay, maybe I'm like doing this as I'm walking, and
The thymble is
no,
lost.
but
it.
yeah, it was the sweat from the water from the wings of your coat just did me in. But yes, playing on my flute, some sweet but sad melodies while I look on to the distance, and hopefully, not with the intention of. I don't really notice like Voldo, is like that, but I'm just kind of doing it because that's what I'm used to doing when I'm just thinking to make myself forget about things.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's also helping soothe or pass the time for everyone else.
And you know, it is helpful. I'm a big fan of music. You know, I'm definitely a LimeWire era baby. So you know, I've had my fair share of listening to LinkinPark.exe
Oh yeah, dude.
and Linkin
Why
Shell
is my
Wrong.
computer shutting down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the music is that good. And I
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm still hungry. You know, I'm still, you know, in that vigilant state, but you know, I'm feeling comfortable enough to point out to the group the general direction of Thresh and suggest that it's not a world away from here, and we could probably make it over the course of a day.
So none of us know Thresh or know anything I've been there besides Voldo. Is that true?
Correct. And
I've been in and around it.
yeah,
Not
even
like,
Voldo
well, I've been
was
around
Okay.
it.
yeah, was around it. And notably Voldo, like you didn't. It's not like you have binoculars or anything, but you know, observing it from a distance away, you didn't notice anything out of the ordinary per se.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a really tiny town, right? Or okay, I should know
yeah.
this.
Well, yeah. I guess you might not know, but yeah, you haven't heard much about it, and if it was a bigger town,
Okay.
you probably would have. You know what I mean? So
Good point. Good point. I mean, I could
yeah.
just look on the overworld. It has a really
Well,
tiny house
yeah.
picture.
You have a society. You have society, right?
Yeah. Let me double check.
Why don't you give me a society, recall
let's do it.
knowledge society? I think that would work.
Okay. Let's see. So. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Do the roll. Oh baby, let's go.
That's pretty good. I would say that in your time, just because you're actually from this region as well, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like you're from the Cestern Mountains, I think, somewhere
Yep.
in the
Yep.
Cesterns.
I am.
So, and you were of nobility. You would have heard of like the local towns that you might try to, you know, get tribute from every so often, or that your family might have. And yeah, you've heard of Thresh. They're a small one-horse town.
Okay.
Kind of like I don't know. I picture it like in the movies, like in a Western movie, where it's just like one little road that goes through, and like every
Yeah.
every
Okay.
like
All
building
the
is like
shops are there.
yeah,
Yeah.
like right next to each other, and maybe there's a saloon, you know, in one of them. In what one?
Is it Western vibes? Is that what I'm supposed to be picturing right
Yeah, it's
now? Like,
Western vibes.
okay.
You
Okay.
know,
I can dig that.
yeah,
I'm down.
little
Okay.
yeah, like Western fantasy, you know. So it's like,
Yeah. Okay.
you know, there's duster hats and what dusters are a thing that are different from hats. There's cowboy hats and dusters, but it's like a little goblin wearing it, you know.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, you can make duster hats canon. They can have hats that kind of like dust down to the
No,
the
like the
below
mullet of
knee.
hats.
Yeah.
Business in the front, party
Oh my
in the back for for a hat. Oh, excuse me. All right, I like that. So you guys are just kind of like hustling. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not like exerting yourself per se, but you're more or less trying to kind of just get there by the end of the day. So you're not spending too much time doing much else. We have
Right.
So Roy, I found something called subsist, which is technically a downtime activity.
Oh,
But so I think it's fine to use that, but it's basically you just roll a survival skill. Oh, by the way, I want to teach you guys something cool about Foundry. This is a module. If you press Control Space, it opens a little search bar, and we can search for things. And there's a lot of like rules, elements, and things we can search for. So if we just like search
Oh,
for
wow.
subsist, we can see that first of all, there's a couple of macros that we can maybe click to actually like roll these skills, but there's also the subsist action, and where we can read what it says. I don't know exactly how to just like send this to chat. I don't know if there is a way to just send it to chat, but I'll just copy and paste it.
Yeah, but I can see
Or
it.
you guys can probably see it as well now.
Yes.
There's a copy to clipboard button at the top left. That's cool.
Copy to clipboard.
Oh, well, that copies the item ID that is more for like Foundry, like for macros and stuff. So yeah, that's probably less useful. But it says that
Okay, so society if you're in a settlement, or survival if you're in the wild.
It'll be survival, I guess. Huh?
yeah, so I think survival. Roy, how is their actual survival skill? I feel like it's not good if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm missing my bar at the top here to double check. I don't think
Oh,
he's not very successfully collecting, rabbits, but he's trying.
Yeah, you have a -1 to survival. But that's okay.
God.
I mean, let's see what that roll would look like. Now I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat that you're in the desert, and typically this is a difficult check. By meaning, so if we look at this item, it says sample subsist tasks. Untrained, a lush forest with calm weather or a large city with plentiful resources. Trained, typical hillside or village. Expert, typical mountains or insular hamlet. Master, typical desert or city under siege.
Oh my god.
Now, if I go to my reference for the difficulty classes and look at a typical master difficulty class, that is a DC 30. Meaning you wouldn't be really able to do it at all. I don't think you'd ever be able to hit a DC 30 with the bonus of a -1, because the max you could roll is a 20.
Yeah. Most I can hit is a 19 right now.
Which means the max you could roll is a critical fail. So I'm not going to have you roll. And I'm just going to say you don't find tracks, or you don't find any animals running around today.
Okay.
Now, it's not favorable conditions. If the conditions were maybe more favorable, like just after a rain or something like that, you might see more. But today there's not a lot. However, what I will give you... Actually, why don't you give me the roll just to kind of see what it would have been, you know what I mean? Because it's not like there's no information in this desert, and you would have found some stuff.
Let's see. Okay, I would go to attributes and then hit survival.
No, go to skills and hit survival.
Skill. There you go.
Let's go.
Okay, so pretty good. Pretty not terrible. So we would say that this is kind of it's hitting right around that trained DC, meaning like, which is it's okay, but it's enough. Actually, let me check my notes to make sure it's enough. Should be enough. Yes.
Oh, we're gonna starve, guys. I'm sorry.
No, as you guys are kind of like meandering along, yeah, you don't find food. Oh, that's what I wanted to check when it did the long rest. Did it automatically deduct a ration? In my mind, it probably wouldn't, because like maybe you didn't use it. How does it know if you used a ration or like ate a meal that night or whatever?
I still have 7 out of 7, which
Yeah.
Didn't I share some rations with folks?
Yeah, so so why doesn't everybody mark off a ration kind of for the night?
Okay.
I think there's a use button, or when you send it to chat, there's a use button. Sasha, you good? You good, baby girl?
Use. Let's see. Attributes, feats for inventory.
I ate 2 accidentally.
Ration.
Guys, I printed a bigger
Okay.
Sasha in red and blue.
Oh, amazing! Whoa, it looks crazy.
That's sick.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! What, dude? Is that with the? It's the
Oh,
The only thing that
strand
fucked up was
based.
this ear.
Oh man.
Yo, I was just looking at that model right now, and I was like, yeah, how do I get this ear to print right? That's
I
hard. You
know it printed good. It printed fine in the small one, but
know,
I don't know why.
the ports, maybe they changed that. The auto generation was a little bit different.
Yeah, but yeah, isn't this fucking
That's so cool.
this filament really cool, dude?
it's adorable.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Yeah, it even
really,
It looks like
nice looking.
it
it
got
looks
her
like there's
nipples,
a
you
permanent
guys.
shadow. Yeah, that's so sick. Holy crap.
Yeah, like it looks like the green screen's doing weird things. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's Sam.
Sam can't hear you because you're only in my headphones. But
That's just
Sam, Alex says hi. Sam says, "Hey, Alex." I think I did a pretty good impression there. And hey to the other people. Okay, so Yala, as you're kind of looking for food, you don't find food. You simply don't. But what you
Yes.
do find is hatches of fur.
Ooh.
And yeah, you kind of find these like things. What? Oh, thank you. Yeah, you find patches of fur, and kind of like they're not necessarily in any even like consistency. It's just kind of like here and there you find these like isolated patches of fur, and as you guys kind of like continue on, and let's say it's about midday now, so I'm gonna set the clock to about 3:30 p.m. You come across a puddle of what looks like vomit.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah.
it's of a unsavory color. It's very green.
Oof. Okay.
And it's chunky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty hungry, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe, yeah.
That's good meat right there.
Thimblewood.
Yeah, how consumed is it? You know, and a goblin would, right? One human's trash, another goblin's treasure. As
That
we
is
say.
true. Do you want to investigate it further?
Yeah, I'll get on my knees and take a look at it.
All right.
How?
Why don't you give me? Do you have?
What role would this be?
I was gonna say either medicine or investigation, but it doesn't look like there is an investigation skill. That might be something I'm
No.
remembering from another game. But there's definitely a way to investigate stuff, I bet.
Yes. Yeah.
So I bet that's like here, let me do the old search that I just told you guys about. Investigate is an action. Okay, so it's basically just a recall knowledge check, which means you can use anything that you think might apply here. I'll tell you a couple things that I think might apply. Perception or medicine.
Okay. Yeah, I could I'm really trying to smell it, you know, seeing if I can eat it. So I feel like perception, how digested was it? So I do feel like perception's a good roll.
Okay.
Yeah. I think okay. Let's do perception, and you can so with perception you're gonna gain more like surface level details. You're not gonna gain a more like kind of higher level of abstraction where you can start to connect the dots type thing.
Okay, so maybe.
So, but perception's not a bad place to start. But yeah, I'm now that I'm thinking about it more, I think like medicine or nature is probably the right role here. And if you're not the right person to do that, you can, you know, let the group know, and maybe there is somebody who has a better
Yeah, guys, there's like a gooey crab here. Does anyone know what this is? Can we eat this?
Let's see.
I love that. Can we eat this?
I don't have a better roll.
So it's a Did we say it's a perception roll?
I think
Well,
nature.
Roy,
Nature?
why doesn't y'all give me that perception just to kind of like get a little better, closer look at what you're actually looking at,
Yeah, that's fair.
and then
Okay,
somebody
so
can do. Yeah, I
perception.
gotta say,
Society.
So how do I?
you find a
Okay.
golden doubloon that's marked with the the face of an ancient noble. No, yeah, I think medicine is gonna be the best one. Who's actually Thimble has a little bit of medicine.
Yeah,
training.
I'm +3. I could do that. Yeah.
How do I
Alright.
roll perception?
Oh, roll perception. Roll perception.
Maybe under like
Maybe it's under. No.
Perception.
Oh, it's under attributes, perception, I think, or initiative. No, perception. Yeah, attributes, perception.
when I hit it, it
Yes,
says there's
it's
no
attributes, perception. For some reason, they decided to make perception like not a skill, but like a thing, an attribute everybody has. In other games,
Okay.
it's usually like a skill, and in this game,
Right.
it behaves just like a skill. So I don't know why it's like technically separate. But they do technically separate it. I still haven't found a good reason why they technically separate it. I think the idea is that it can like I think the reason is that they want to separate it from like when you choose what to focus in with your skills, like that you don't have to like waste one on perception. Like everybody pretty much is trained in perception, and it's like kind of like a separate progression from the rest of your skills. To me, that's the only reason. And it's just because like in
Okay.
some other games, it's like, oh well, I didn't invest any skill points into perception, and now I've like can't like I don't notice anything ever. Yeah, you get people who are just like really unperceptive, and it just like kind of bogs the game down, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, give me that perception roll, and I'll tell you what more there is to glean.
so I can't. I'm just gonna do like a generic D20, right? Because I can't roll.
No, you
Perception.
can from if you go to attributes and then perception under the initiative. There's perception.
When I hit it, oh, that's
like-
right.
Under the perception under it,
Literally.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Oh.
confusing.
All right, yeah. So you really that was a natural 1 for a total of 3. You really don't know. You're not sure what you're seeing. You're like picking around in it. Your hands are all like goopy with the,
Oh God.
and you're like, yeah,
The scent, it's like smells like acetone, and I almost passed out. Maybe.
yeah. ooh.
Okay. Can I step in and be like, bro? Let me help you here. Maybe.
Yeah. I need someone who
Should
knows
I-
my.
Should I do a medicine or should it be perception?
Yeah, give me
you
just
think?
medicine. Just right off the bat, just give me the medicine.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm gonna do that right now. Medicine. All right, Yellow. Let me show you what's going on.
All right. So that's a 12. Which let me check my notes.
It's blue.
All
I just tell you the colors.
right, so
Ooh.
that is enough to let me tell you something, which is
Okay.
that you can see chunks of flesh in here, and it
Oh.
looks like chunks of humanoid flesh. And it's this flesh, like you see like a finger here, like a humanoid finger here, and a a piece of foot over there, maybe an ear, and it's this flesh that seems to be giving the vomit its green hue.
That sounds like a
Now-
great treat for illness.
Yeah.
Now the question is this, is it green because some humanoids happen to be green? Right? Like orcs or half orcs and stuff, they just happen to be more green skinned. But you also remember that the zombies you fought had a green tinge to their skin.
Oh, right.
So whether you know, and that could combine with the fact that it's vomit. Maybe, and maybe somebody can also give me a nature roll. Like, is anybody trained in nature? Because the patches of fur and stuff like that,
Oh,
it's, you know, it's starting to paint like a picture. Ooh, nobody has
I
good
am not.
nature.
I will
No.
defer. Yeah.
Knick-knack, you're the only one who is like okay at it. You're not trained or anything,
have-
but
It's 0. Yeah.
I was thinking. I mean, I'll use the nature roll. I was thinking about using my lore alcohol to determine if it was alcoholic throw up or not, but it seems
I
like
mean,
a
you can
waste.
do that too. There's no reason you can't make 2 checks.
No, that won't tell us much. I think I'll do a
Fleshy
nature roll
alcohol.
for everyone.
I'll just tell you with your lore alcohol that it doesn't seem to be. You don't smell alcohol on
Yeah.
it, you know.
Lord,
Yeah. Do you need lower alcohol for that?
I never threw up like this at the end.
You would need lore alcohol to determine that it was an IPA that they threw up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is from the microbrewery by my house.
Yeah. I recognize the hops. Oh, okay, 16. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
Let's
Um,
go.
You're starting to put together knick-knack and you know, I'm not sure how you know this, but the patches of fur, it seems like they were from a wolf or multiple wolves, more likely. And that the fact that like this fur is coming off just like on its own is not a great, like that implies that that these wolves that it came from are probably unhealthy, and then that combined with this, you know, sickly looking throw up, further implies that there may be, you know, that there's like some sickly wolves somewhere in this area.
Like, if the wolves eat this humanoid that they spit out, vomited out? Like, is that
What was
maybe what's
that?
happening? Like, did these wolves chew up and spit out some of these humanoids that are now kind of in pieces in their vomit? Like,
Right, that's the question.
yeah.
You guys continue?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
weird.
No, I think so.
Is
I
there
mean,
like a direction away from this vomit, or is the direction towards this town in the direction of the vomit? I mean, we're going to the town, you know. So I mean,
Yeah,
I think
the
we
vomit
keep
is
going.
in the shape of an arrow towards the town.
oh,
It's a
I love it.
convenience.
It's like okay.
No, but it does seem like that this is generally, yeah, like towards the town, and yeah. So, you guys continue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if
Yes.
whatever they ate made the wolves sick, or if the wolves were sick and then ate something they otherwise would have stayed away from. But,
Right. Yeah, good question. Now,
okay.
do you change like what you're doing because of this? Do you want to send anybody out to kind of scout as you go along? Do you want to try to be a little stealthier as you move ahead? Is there, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing?
I don't want to be eaten by wolves. I am down to be a little stealthy. I'd be stealth.
I think that my wisdom in this situation would say that, you know, trying to hide your way all the way to Thresh would be very time consuming.
I was gonna ask, yeah, how far along are we? I mean, it's 3 p.m., right? 3:30. So.
Yeah, let's say you're probably about halfway. You think you're probably you think
Okay.
if you continue at this pace,
Mhm.
you'll get there probably by nighttime. You'll get within close-ish range by nighttime, or by by early the next day maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Yeah, go ahead.
Does anyone have the ability message or the ability to use things like tremors, for example, to communicate to other party members?
Hmm.
I'm very unmagical. No tremors for me.
Because in lieu of that, right? I mean, I would say that like if somebody had a way of communicating, then we could have someone go significantly farther up ahead because one person is less likely to get caught than many. Uh, but I think
Whoops.
that if we have
Yeah.
no way of communicating with each other, it's probably a good idea that maybe we have one person acting as scout, say 60, 100
Although,
feet ahead, but
although
nothing
you
too
know,
extreme.
I do have bullhorn cantrip where I could amplify my voice at 500 feet range. So, I mean, I guess I could use that if something happens.
Yeah, it's just like everybody within 500
It's
feet, if there are other.
yeah, it's not very stealthy. You know, it's just like, oh shit, like or like
Can
yeah.
I throw a boomerang? Or Alec could throw a kite up if anything.
Kite communication.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
It's like
That-
it's,
so clutch.
Just like
I'm not against it.
I mean, Jalen, would that to not get caught with the kite? Would I have to roll pretty well?
I mean, it depends who you're gonna get caught by. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's
in this
true.
theoretical situation. Like,
Let's give it a shot. Too much talking, not enough doing.
all right,
Let's
so
we got to get to this city.
we want
I will
Voldo.
scout ahead.
All right, awesome.
Dope. Okay. So
And a
scouting
kite can be
ahead.
pretty unassuming to most people, but as part of your party, we'll know that maybe it means you're in trouble or.
Yeah, if I'm like in trouble, like something bad is happening where I can't like return back to you guys,
Yeah.
then I will put the kite.
God, we all need our own kites. By the end of this, we all get.
Yeah, it's gonna turn you into kite people.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex. So as Voldo is kind of scouting ahead, everybody's kind of moving forward, but you're scouting ahead behind you a little bit as well. And as you're scouting ahead, kind of in front of the party, you see in the distance, actually you're scouting, so you like kind of check it out. You see, what looks like a large kind of crevasse in the desert that you're gonna have to cross over. It doesn't seem like it's too deep or anything, but it is a barrier. And in your scouting, you indeed see a pack of wolves in this crevasse, kind of at the bottom. It's more like a ravine. It's not like a huge, like, gigantic,
Mhm.
like, cut in the earth. You see a pack of wolves. They appear to be feeding in this ravine.
Mm. Am I able to glean whether or not there is anything odd about the wolves?
Yeah.
Something that like, yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Oh, you're not sure. You're really not sure if something's odd about the wolves. Get them all out now, you know what I mean? Get those natural ones out of the way.
Yeah. That's tricky.
Yeah,
But I'm at a safe distance, right?
you're at a safe distance, and that's probably part of the reason you can't see them super well. They're kind of obscured by some cactus cover, and just by like the small cliff from the
Will
ravine,
we
you know?
have to walk past them to get to our destination?
It appears
Or
that
would
way,
it put
yeah.
us... Okay. How many of them are there? Is that obvious?
3 or 4, it looks like. Small pack.
3 or 4. So
Yeah,
the
as far as you
only...
can tell, their heads are just like over something that they seem to be eating, you know?
That sounds horrible. These are not wolves. Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna do, since I'm not in immediate danger, I'm going to sit my ass down and wait for the rest of the crew to show up.
Yeah, so you're getting yourself to, you know, maybe even more of a safe distance.
Yeah, just say far enough away where a larger group of people wouldn't, have them arouse any suspicion from them more than where I'm already at.
Yeah, so everybody kind of catches up with you, and you're like, stop, don't, keep going, don't. And you tell them the situation. Does anybody else want to, like, try and, you know, sneak a little closer and check out what's going on with these wolves?
Or someone just want to go Leroy Jenkins and just.
Leroy.
I'm down. I mean, my stealth isn't. It's like +5. Is that? That's
Knick-knack
good.
on
No?
at them. You know. Let's see what's up. Hey, your stealth is 5.
I'm down to stealth it.
Thanks. Could we go together? What's my stealth at? I'm
All
also-
right, so Ian is probably taking you a second longer, but everybody should be getting moved to a new map.
Yeah, how
I
about
love the
that
fog.
smell,
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, Ian, your ping is redonkulous.
It's all that Bitcoin mining that someone's doing.
Dude,
for
stop the
us.
LimeWire, dude. Come on, man.
Literally it. It's gotta be it. So bad.
You're a real like fan of the people for seeding all the things, you know.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you're the guy that seeds everything,
Yeah.
every movie.
you guys are heroes.
I had a 15 ratio for a little bit there. I was
Wow.
doing great.
A
Wow,
hero.
Back in the day.
I'm a
before
dirty
people-
leecher, yo.
Yeah.
I was always just
was-
like, I
yeah.
took one and I gave one, and that was it.
Yeah, that's a
I
good call.
figured like if I seed, then the FBI will catch me. Like I feel like once it's done, I have to immediately like shut it off. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
is it. That really is it.
that's how they get you.
Yeah, do I have to report that on my?
I don't know how
taxes
these
off?
people have been seeding things for like 2 decades straight.
Yeah, I don't get the legality of it. Like it's illegal, but I feel like now it's okay again. Like I don't know. Like no one seems to care anymore. It's weird.
I think they make more money off of your data than they do off of you buying.
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
It was like
I just
YouTube,
say
like, yeah.
if you're gonna do it, you need a VPN, like no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
These days,
They're so
especially.
cheap.
Well, they just
But do you
like,
guys remember when, like,
streaming was easier
yeah.
than figuring out LimeWire. You know.
Yeah. Like, do you remember when iTunes, like, you had to pay like $1 per song? Now everything's on YouTube. It's so weird. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just like all free now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah. Well, Alec is right. Is that they literally like, yeah, it's your data that is paying for it now. You know.
Delicious data. All right, so
All right. So yeah, you guys find yourself in this at atop this ravine, and yeah, I'm gonna have you guys place yourselves in a reasonable spot where you are, because you know an encounter might be. Oh, Thimble's going up.
so
to-
is that too? I figured they can't see me. I don't know,
Well, you are only 60 feet away from them, ish.
but I have the high ground. I mean, yeah,
You do have the high ground.
Like,
Yeah, so place yourselves where you want to kind of be observing, or what you want to be doing. And I mean, are you trying to be stealthy as you kind of walk up?
I am. I wanted to do a stealth check.
Yes, I would.
Awesome.
I would like one.
Okay, let's go. Big money. Here we go.
Ooh, that's an 11.
Okay, did I just like fall down the mountain?
Let's
Off the
see.
rock slide. We got caught.
Yeah.
Voldo, can I have your stealth check?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
assume
for
you're
me-
also trying to be stealthy, yes?
Of course. Yeah, let me see here if I can. I'll just switch it to. There we go. There we go. And do I know? Okay, any circumstance.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right,
Oh.
Voldo. So as you guys approach, you are Voldo, you are very confident that you've been quite stealthy. You also have a little bit of cover right there, just from the this cactus. Whereas Thimble, so you would actually add a +2, I think, to your stealth just from the cover bonus as well. Whereas
Gotcha.
Thimble, as you approach, you see that one of the wolves kind of like looks up from its meal.
Oh,
Give me a
see.
perception though as well, just because you're trying to view them. And Voldo, you can give me another one now that you're kind of getting even closer.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Thimble, yeah, you're not seeing much, but Voldo, what do you see? Actually, everybody can give me a perception, including Draconis and Yala.
Can I do a perception then? Yeah.
Draconis
another one?
Draconis, Knickknack, and Yala, I assume you guys are hanging back.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
God.
bad rolls.
Yeah.
Oh my
Man.
god. Voldo.
Oh my god, another nat 1.
Wait, so
Dude,
on perceptions, we got a 4, which was a nat 1, a 5 for Yala, a 4 for Voldo from a nat 1, a 5 from Yala, which was not a nat 1, but it wasn't much better, a nat 1 from Knickknack for a total of 5, and Thimble got the best with a 10. So
we're all hungry and sleepy, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, you guys maybe a little weary from the road.
Oh, there we go.
There's
Hey,
Draconis.
Let's go, baby.
I can figure out how to get.
Yeah, you can
Bold,
fly.
reliable.
Yeah, don't forget
Yeah.
he can absolutely do checks and stuff like that. He is his own being. Although you guys are inextricably connected. Excuse me. So yeah, Thimble, you see that one of the wolves kind of like picks up from its meal and turns around and starts looking at you. And
Oh,
then pretty
gosh,
quickly
okay.
after, the rest of its compadres also do the same. As they look up, Thimble, you don't see much, but what you do see is that the meal they've been picking at, now that they've kind of like stepped away from it, you can see that it doesn't look appetizing. Also, I guess you guys don't really have good nature, but what was that nature roll from earlier? Knickknack got a
vomit?
16. Yeah, that's good enough to know that like wolves tend to be out at the dusk and dawn. Maybe you're getting a little close to dusk, maybe, but it's still pretty early for them to be out, if you will. It's like the middle of the day. They tend to be more like nocturnal hunters. So
okay.
again, this is just more evidence that something is up with these wolves, even if your perception checks suck too much to really be able to see it.
Something's up. So could they be like zombie wolves, maybe?
It doesn't appear like that yet. They seem to have the blush of life in them, as it turns around and faces you, and it is time to roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Wait, shit. I'm gonna add you guys to the initiative tracker. Thimble, your initiative is gonna be what you just rolled in stealth, unfortunately.
Oh, Lord, okay.
And everybody else is just gonna be rolling their perception. Oh, Voldo, yours is also gonna be the stealth you rolled. So, initiative of Thimble was set to 10. And I'm gonna roll for my guys.
So was my stealth my initiative?
Yes, your stealth was your initiative,
Okay,
which is
cool.
good for you, because you rolled good stealth. Reminder, you can right-click on the initiative tracker, the like tab, the encounters tab, and it will pop out, and that way you can have the chat open and the initiative open at the same time.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Go.
And Yala, you can roll initiative right from that tracker, or you can do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
This
Oh
is a
my
lot of
God.
natural ones, you guys. Like I said, it's a good time to get them out of the way. You want to get them out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, so it is. We're gonna be starting initiative. It's actually my wolf's turns first. So let's see. That's this one, and it is going to basically. Wait, let's see how much movement it has. It's got 35 feet of movement. Again, this week, you guys, I'm gonna be playing it a little open-handed. I don't mind if you guys have some of this meta knowledge. Doesn't bother me for this week. I think. Maybe next week or next time or the one after that, I might become a little more private with the knowledge. But for this one, we're gonna go 35 feet. Boom.
Jalen, I'm not seeing any of the wolves in the combat tracker.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, they're supposed to be in that. Okay.
There you go. Sorry about that.
Oh, you did it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's because I was like messing with them in the combat tracker before, and I didn't want you guys to see that beforehand. Thanks for reminding me. So this wolf is gonna come here. That's going to be 2 move actions, and then it's going to do a climb, which is an athletics check. And this the ravine wall is about 15 feet high, so it's going to do a climb athletics check against, well, I know the DC.
15.
It's not a hard wall to climb. There's a lot of things. So, wow, yeah. So that was a success.
Oh.
It moves kind of along this incline, and it's like halfway on there, and it is gonna be off guard while it's climbing. So, and that's gonna be its third action, and I just gave it the off guard condition, and now it's the next wolf's turn, and it is gonna do the same, but it's gonna come over here, and actually instead it's gonna climb up this wall and get right not up this wall, up this, like, so this bridge in the middle is kind of like fallen, it's like sunken, so it like kind of like creates this like V shape from one side of the ravine to the other, so it kind of acts like a bridge, except it brings you all the way down to the bottom in the meantime, and so that's how that wolf was able to climb up. It's a more easy incline. This wolf is maybe just stupid. Voldo, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to... I mean, I may as well just... I mean, I'm hidden right now, right?
You are correct. You are undetected by them. They don't detect you. They detect everybody else, though.
Yeah. So...
You're actually kind of in a better position than hidden, I think. You're undetected, which is a state.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Pathfinder, there is the 4 states of, like, detectedness. There's unnoticed, which is, like, the enemies have no idea anybody's there. There's undetected, which is where they have some idea somebody might be there, but they can't really see where you are, what square you're in. There's hidden, which is like they know what square you're in, but they can't see you. You're like fully hidden. And then there's observed, which is like they know where you are, they can see you fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to... I think it's I don't know, I clicked dimensional assault, but that's not actually what I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a spell strike.
Okay.
Might be time. Let me do a... I'm going to... Let's see how far I can go here.
So you have a speed of 25 feet.
Yeah, so I
You can
could get right here.
Yep.
Or I could go right here.
Yep.
Well, I'm not going to be able to... So
I will
spell
say
strike is 2 actions, right?
I will say you're not hidden to this wolf because you're in its line of sight.
Yeah.
So I would
But
say
let's.
to the other wolves, they can't see you, especially
Yeah.
this one that's like distracted as it's climbing up the ravine wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna sprint out from behind the cactus, scythe in hand.
Okay.
And in this situation, I'm willing to blow my cover near immediately, as I see we're going to be pretty quickly surrounded, anyways.
Yep.
Um, and I am going to do a little bit of. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Ray of Frost
Spell
with
strike,
my
ray of
spell
frost.
strike here. Yeah, I think so. I want to, if I'm not going to completely kill this wolf, I'm at least going to try and stop it in its tracks.
All right, you very well might kill this wolf.
Yeah.
if
I
you're gonna,
mean,
if you hit.
let's see here. So I'm going to. Where's spell strike? Here we go. Please target a token. How do I target?
Hover over
Shift
and
click?
press T, Alt click.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, then a little spell strike. Little ray of frost action here. And I'm going to add, since I was hidden, well, I don't get anything yet, actually, for just the attacking from being hidden, right? That's
Yeah, I
not yet.
guess it's because he's already off guard because of the climb.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're a high ground. I'll give you a +2.
Okay.
I have the high. It's over, Wolf.
There we go.
Oh.
Here. So add a +2 circumstance, and I'm gonna roll. See what we get.
Stoing. Oh, hit. Nice.
All right.
Yeah. So
So
that's a
let's.
hit. It's not a critical hit, unlike last time with your spell strike.
Hmm.
But it is a hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll that
Enough for
giant
me
maul.
to raise that scythe over my head as it starts to grow blue, and you could see icicles starting to form off of the tip.
Yes,
See
okay.
here.
Oof, so you did 3 damage. Wasn't a ton.
Not a ton here.
But why don't you do
But
that Ray of Frost?
oh, and I could also add +3 since it's flat-footed.
Oh, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and you rolled as high as you could
damn.
on your Ray of Frost. Now, is there any other thing that comes with the Ray of Frost condition?
Let me
Or is it
see
just
here.
damage?
So on a critical success, you get a little extra.
Okay.
But nothing right.
Yeah, unfortunately this was not a crit, but you did do significant amount of damage. This wolf is looking not good anymore.
You add another 3 though.
I
How good is
did
it?
add the 3. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did 14 damage.
Yeah, which is pretty nice. That's pretty freaking sweet at this level.
Yeah.
All right, and is that your turn? Yes, that's 3 actions, right? The move and the 2 action spell strike.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and this is smart because now next turn you could do a dimensional step and recharge that spell strike and have 2 of them per encounter.
Absolutely.
I see what you're doing. Knick-Knack, your turn.
All right. As Knick-Knack, I'm gonna move Draconis. What is is it control?
Control click and drag will give you the what do you call it?
Edgeworth. Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes it go?
Oh, space, sorry.
There we are. Thank you.
Nice.
Whoops. Hold on, he's supposed to move up 1 there. Yeah.
Okay. So Draconis moved up a certain amount of feet. What's it gonna do to this wolf?
That's a great question. Well, I just gotta open up the cheat. You're just gonna attack him, really.
Yeah, that's fine. So that was one action to move up, right?
Yep.
All right, so you're gonna take your next 2 actions to strike.
Yes, I think so.
Awesome.
Gonna do it with the claws.
Would this give him a flanking bonus, or is it?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
who
baby.
cares about flank?
Wow, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
baby.
natural fucking 20. All right, that's awesome. So, yep, you forgot to target, but it's not a big deal because that is an automatic hit, and it's an automatic critical hit
Yeah, baby.
With the deadly D8.
with deadly D8, and deadly D8 means your weapon die adds a weapon damage die of the listed size, so you both double your damage, and then you get to add whatever you roll on a D8. So, go ahead and click that critical button in the chat.
Yeah.
And it should do all that automatically, I'm imagining. Yes, so that was a low roll on a crit. I'm sorry.
That's pretty tough.
A 2
I'm living with it.
a 2 on your
It's one of
D6 and a
those dice.
1 on the D8. Well, you still did
Yeah.
7 damage, which appears to take this wolf down to about it looks pretty bloodied now all of a sudden. And you still have an attack left. Don't forget that.
Oh, let's do that again.
All right, do you want to target it this time?
Yeah. What is that again?
Hover over and press T or Alt click.
Thank you.
T like
Yes,
target.
alright. Target. Direct with the claws, baby.
Okay, that's still a hit. That's a hit, not a crit this time. Let's see what the damage is. I mean, if you roll a 6 on your damage dice, who knows?
I was
Oh,
gonna
a 5.
say,
Damn.
All right, so Draconis chunk with its bite, slink with its claws, and you can tell that you've taken this wolf within an inch of its life. That is 3 actions, so it's now my wolfie's turn. Another one of my wolfie's turns, and it is going to come here. Climb up this rock,
Ooh.
and it's going to attempt to jump.
Holy crap, that's a big distance. Are you kidding?
Yeah, so it's going to attempt a long jump. Wait,
30 feet?
let's see. Let's see if it even can. I could be wrong. So there's long jump, which is... Oh, so you gotta roll a leap, and you can leap up to a distance equal to your check result, rounded down to the nearest 5 feet. Okay. It's not gonna do that, because it's not gonna be able to. So I thought that would be cool, but, it's not gonna be able to. So it moved that much. It's gonna come over here. And yeah, it's gonna come right there with its homie.
Mm-hmm.
And Thimble, it's your turn.
Cool.
Now,
All
I
right,
imagine everybody kind of had their weapons out because you knew there was a potential threat, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was swinging it around at the cactus. Out of
Yeah.
excitement.
So your rapier is out.
Yes, I want to attack. but
Rapier's
never
out,
yet.
boys.
But now, remind me, if I attack, can I attack if I attack twice, there's a thing, right? It gets harder to hit.
There's a penalty for your second attack. Your first one doesn't take that penalty, though.
Could I attack the wolf next to me, then move next to the other wolf and attack again?
Yes.
For my third?
Yep, exactly.
Why don't I do
if you kill
that?
it, because if you kill it, then you'd be able to occupy its space.
Got it.
If you don't...
Well, actually... Oh, how about I do this? Let's say I moved... Let me try this. What if I moved here? Could I hit both of them from that place so I don't have to... So maybe I could use both my attacks on the really weak, on the strong one first? Is that smarter?
Yeah,
or should I kill this guy?
You absolutely could move there, and yeah, that's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Um,
that. So
You
I'm
could
gonna
move there. You kind of like move in front of Draconis. You can move through an
Yeah.
ally's space, I believe, but it's like difficult terrain. But you have more than enough movement to get over there. Now, one thing I do
Okay.
want to make you aware of: some enemies will have something called, they'll have a feat or something called Attack of Opportunity.
Okay.
Attack of Opportunity is basically when you leave a square that that an ally or that an enemy is threatening. So in that case, that like wolf was. There's a better way to explain this. It's like the old way of explaining it, but
But I think I
basically,
get it. It's
yeah,
like
it's basically like that some creatures would have been able to attack you having done that. That being said, this creature does not do that. So it either doesn't have it
okay.
or it chose not to. I'll tell you right now, it doesn't have it. Just again, we're playing open
Okay.
hand. Um,
Yes.
so all right, Thimble, who are you attacking now? Wolf on the right or left?
Uh, left.
Okay. So
Okay.
target it, hover and press T or Alt click.
Yes. Okay. And then I go to inventory rapier. Oops. Strikes.
Probably the
Strikes.
best way to do it is to either do it from your hotbar or from the actions tab actually in your
Got it. Like this. Oh my gosh, are you
That was a
kidding me?
5. Oof, a miss by 2. I'll tell you,
Thimble,
it's a
the
miss by
fuck?
2. You needed a 13 to
Okay.
hit that wolf.
All right. You know what? Can I hold on? Can I use a spell? Let's
If
see.
you have a single action, then I believe you can use a spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
As
None
long
of
as
them
the
have.
spell is a single action. So the only one you really have is Sure Strike.
I have courageous anthem. Let's see. Inspire
Courageous
yourself and
Anthem
your
is pretty
allies.
sweet. That as a bard, that's definitely something you should be thinking about doing like a lot because that's kind of like your bread and butter,
Yeah.
and it's going to be giving everybody in your aura
Attack rolls. Yeah.
a
You
plus
could
to attack.
you could create a diversion to try and help. I think it's just an action. Like create a diversion.
Yeah, you could like be like over there, wolf. But what would
I
that
wonder.
do?
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on. So under actions. So okay, if I hit again, then if I try to attack with my last thing, I would do the +1.
Yes.
I would need to get 12 or higher.
Yep. So it's
what if it's even if it's a new weapon, right? If I use a shuriken, it's still the second one.
Yeah, and that shuriken is
Okay.
ranged, and it's
Yeah, it
you
doesn't really
take a
make sense.
negative trying to range it this close.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna try to attack again.
Okay,
I can do it.
I can do.
All right.
Oh, there's
Let's
also
go.
prepare to aid action.
Oh, let me see. Prepare to aid.
Yeah, prepare to aid.
Is that? I don't see that under my actions. Wait.
That's kind of like a general action, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah, so a
It's
lot
not
of these
under the
things are like
hotbar.
general actions.
see.
No, it's more like it's more
Kinda
just like they don't put it on everybody's character sheet because there's so many general actions that like it would just
Oh.
bog down your
it would
character
be
sheet, you know what I
overwhelming.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the future if you want to read up on the general actions, you can find that in I believe it's the skills portion of yeah, general skill actions. So and then in the core rulebook it's in the skills portion and also in the playing the game section there is in the encounter mode section there is basic actions and aid.
Got it.
Yeah. So when you prepare to aid, you are like you would describe to me how you would be helping an ally, and then on the ally's turn they would gain a bonus. So I mean honestly, Arya, if it was me, I would probably
Yes.
I mean, you're in a rough situation, right? Because you're now kind of surrounded by wolves.
I should hit the weaker guy, or try to hit the weaker guy.
I was gonna say either do that or try to or try to or just do that cantrip or no, yeah, your courageous anthem cantrip, because that's just gonna
Yeah.
help all your allies in a 60-foot radius.
Including me as well? Or
Yeah, you
yeah,
inspire
you
yourself
and
and your
your
allies with words or tunes of encouragement. So it's like you start like singing a fucking song to get people hyped.
like with two wolves in front of me. All right, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude, think about how fucking intimidating that would be. You're like staring death in the face and you just start singing.
I miss my sword and then just start singing.
All right, so everybody
Saving
in
face.
this
ooh.
radius, every ally in this radius
What a
is going to be
graphic.
getting a plus
Yeah,
one,
this is
okay,
cool.
to
Trippy,
attack
okay.
rolls, and I wish it just
All
applied them,
right,
but you can do
Yala,
this
I'm
to
counting on
yourself.
you to save my butt.
You can drag. Do you see the spell effect Courageous Anthem in the chat?
Yes.
You can drag that right onto your token, and it gives
Oh.
you. Yeah, so you're gonna now get that plus one in the future.
I see it. Yeah. So everyone should
We
do that
each
basically.
that?
What?
We should each drag it.
Yes, drag it
Onto-
right onto your character, right onto your token. Did it work?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works.
I did it to Draconis just to make sure on my end that it worked.
Where's the thing to drag? I don't see it.
Oh, right in the chat from Thimble's Courageous Anthem cantrip.
Yeah, that's not letting me drag anything. Unless
Do you see
Like
the-
the,
maybe
the
I'm-
word, you
the
drag
s-
the word.
Oh,
The
the spell effect word.
Courageous Anthem, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And when you're hovering, it doesn't really show. It doesn't indicate that you're above your character, but when you drop it,
Yes.
it works.
I'll give it to you, Nick Nack, as well. Okay. Everybody has it. Julio. All right. Now that was Thimble's whole turn, and now it is my final wolf's turn. Big G's already. All right. That's one move action, the second move action, and that's a third move action, and it is there. And now you guys are in a situation. Yala, your turn.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's save me a butt, please. And Draconis. Draconis can, yeah.
I forget? Can characters occupy the same cell?
No.
No.
You can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
you can't end a move action there. No.
Okay, so maybe I should. I'll go to the right of Draconis here. How do I do the ruler?
Control click
Control, yeah.
Control. Do I have to target myself?
drag. No, you just drag from your
Oh.
control, then click drag. Or would it be you're on a Mac?
Yeah.
It might be what is the one on a Mac?
Apple
Command?
Apple's command, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Extra confusing because I'm using a PC keyboard.
Oh my
very
God.
confusing.
No, but okay. I've tried all three function keys and nothing is dragging for me.
Okay, one thing, let me check. Are you in the top left corner? Are you the token controls? Is that selected?
Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. Let's try now. Thank you.
And then within that, make sure the select tokens like thing is on. So this.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right. Thank you. All right, so 30 feet.
Okay.
My speed is 25.
Ah, so it would take you 2 move actions to get there, and then you could strike.
Yeah.
Do I have any spells that I have like one spell that kind of useful?
Opening mosquito.
Yeah, your Veil of Confidence I don't think is going to help you get any further.
No, don't I have
You have Lay on Hands.
and I can do that to an enemy?
You can do that to an enemy, but it typically would target undead, would be
Got it.
the effect of an enemy. Like, that would be a negative effect on an enemy. Otherwise, it would do, like, a positive effect on your character. Or on
Okay.
somebody's character. You would help them regain hit points.
All right,
I
so
mean-
I'll just use 2 moves then. But let's see. So wait, would it also be 2 moves to come next to Valdo here? Let's see.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe I can point him out. Okay. So I'll come through there,
Okay.
kind of spread us out.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Voldo like all alone. Oh,
Yeah.
so when you click, now you can just press the space bar and you'll move there, yeah.
Great. Okay.
And you're
And
still within the
then-
aura, so you're still going to get a +1 to this attack, which should be calculated automatically.
Okay. Fantastic. And then I'm going to strike this dude. Okay. And then how do I make that the menu at the top appear? Am I
If you-
so
Hopefully just click on your character and it should appear.
let's see.
Is it not appearing?
No.
That's confusing.
Wait, hold on, let me just reboot real quick.
Okay. Yeah, these wolves are like, "Arr." So now, yeah, now that you guys are like up close with them, you can see that they're like extremely mangy, patchy fur, like their ribs are visible through their coat, you know, their lips are pulled back, revealing their long stained teeth as they like growl at you.
Oh God.
I will use my long sword against this dude I'm next to.
Okay, you want to target them
Oh.
first?
Yeah.
They kill this mangy, sickly wolf with a long sword.
Yeah, you got 1 attack on this turn, so make it count.
Alright, +8.
Oh!
Oh!
By the power of the
Damn.
gods.
It makes up for
That's-
that one.
That's a critical hit, and I'll tell you, you beat its AC by 15.
Yes.
So click that critical button, and I am pretty sure, unless you roll real shitty.
Oh yeah, roll some negative numbers.
There
on
you
this
go.
It's been done before.
Yala, you do damage. All right.
There you go.
That kills it dead, and it falls from the thing.
thing. Oh.
Hits the ground.
Oh, look
splat.
at the blood, dude. Yes.
Yeah, the blood is nice. That's
Let's
nice.
collect that meat, you know? Let's
Yeah.
go.
That
All
may
right.
not be the meat that we want to be
Did not
eating.
sound like good quality meat.
Now
That
it
was not
is.
USDA approved.
Now it is my wolf's turn. Now this one is, you know, they say when you back a starving animal into the corner, that's how this one feels. It's desperate,
Oh,
and it is going to make an attack against. Who brought it down to this one? It was Draconis, right?
This is true.
Yeah, so I think it's going to make its attack on you, Draconis. And because it's surrounded by its pack, it's going to gain a little extra damage if it hits. So
What?
let's see if we can beat your AC. Damn it! That was a miss,
Nice. Yes.
but it's just grr, grr, and it's going to just fucking attack again. This time it's going to be less of a bonus, so it's going to have to roll really freaking well.
Oh.
Oh, it rolled well enough to hit you.
Ooh.
So- It did have to roll well, and indeed it did, and it's gonna do its damage to you. Which is 1d6 plus 1d4. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Could have been a lot fucking worse for you. I'm a little confused because I thought it would do 1d6 plus 2 damage because of its strength.
You could always just make it happen, you know?
Well, I'm just want to like see if I'm missing something why it wouldn't do that. It says no, it should be 1d6 plus 2, and let me just make sure. Yeah, so I don't know why that didn't calculate right, but it should be 8 or 6 damage total. So I'll just apply that to Draconis right off the bat. Now, for its third action, it's just Oh wait, and then as part of that attack, it gets to attempt a trip action, which is cool. Against Draconis' reflex save, so it's gonna roll its trip. Success. Bummer. Draconis goes prone as like kind of just this wolf just kind of like trips you out of the excuse me. This wolf just kind of like trips Draconis out of the air. Unfortunate, but the wolf doesn't really feel like it can do much else on this turn, and it feels like it's gonna be strongest. Helping its pack. So it is gonna it's just gonna stay right where it is so that it can continue to fight as a pack. Voldo, it is now your turn.
All right.
I feel like you've been
So
waiting for
I
this
am-
one.
I just after seeing what Yala did and getting in a spell strike of my own, I'm feeling a lot of bloodlust right now for sure. I think the spirit of battle, and then with Thimble's song too. I can only
There you
really
go.
think about swinging my scythe right now. That there's only one thing on my mind. So I'm gonna try to give it a little dimensional assault here.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, let's see what was that.
Oh, I do also want to say, Knick-Knack, as Draconis took that hit, like, you felt that in your body as well. You guys share a hit point pool, so it's kind of like E.T. As he takes damage, you take damage, and, like, you feel his pain, and vice versa.
Do you want to share some of that pain with us?
What, you?
It's real love. But yeah, no, it's yeah, it hurts. I feel like
Yeah.
Knick-Knack takes a knee a little bit, like
Yeah.
ooh, ah.
Yeah, a little staggered. Not mechanically staggered, but a little bit staggered. Alright, Voldo, you
Yeah.
doing your thing?
I'm doing my thing. So I do not have enough focus points to cast this spell.
You should.
Oh.
Because you didn't. Oh, dude, because you remember you accidentally sent Dimensional Assault to the chat like earlier?
Oh, that's right.
Like, I'll just give you back your focus pool. You're good. There you go. You have it back
Okay,
now.
I'm good to go again. All right, cool. All right, let's do a little dimensional assault here. Okay, so here I move on. You see Voldo disappear from where they were currently standing. Oh, it says I can't. Oh, I have to go here, huh?
Why?
Or maybe.
Where are you trying to get to?
Oh, you know what? I would have to get. Oh, I see now. It's only letting me go 10 feet.
Oh, is it? Does it have a range of 10 feet? But you, well, teleport to any.
Yeah, so I guess I can't really get the.
The range is half your
There we go.
speed. What's your speed?
25.
Oh, yeah, so it's like rounded
Yeah.
down to the nearest 5-foot radius. So yeah, it would be to half your feet. Yeah, so unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to dimensional step and spell strike on this turn because you're going to have to move. But what you could do.
No, but I could get the wolf with full health.
Oh, I mean,
Dimensional assault.
that's not bad. That's not a bad thing, right?
Can I get the focus points back though?
Well, once you rest. Dude, it is so cool when you do that and your fucking
Oh, here we go.
token like materializes on my screen. That I love when that happens.
It's happening very slowly on my.
Yeah, it happened very slowly. There's a lot going on this map.
Yeah, it's graphically
um,
intense.
Okay, so now what's happening next? I did a little.
You did your dimensional step. Now are you gonna spell strike?
Well, the dimensional step also does some damage too, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I think it just brings you and then allows you to make your spell strike.
Huh. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Shift fire text over to any square in range within a creature, then make a melee strike against one creature within your reach. So it includes a melee strike.
Yeah, which well, okay. Well, now that I'm reading it, I'm like, is that a part of the dimensional assault action, or is it like then you can? Well, yeah, no, that must be part of the dimensional assault action because otherwise it wouldn't need to say that.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you be able to? So as part of that action, you can make a melee strike. That's great. The only
Let's do
caveat
it.
is that if you do a spell strike as your next two actions, then you'll take that multiple attack penalty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's take the risk.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see what happens on your first strike. Maybe you'll just take him out here with a nice critty.
Yeah, so I'm clicking Lion Scythe.
Yeah. You need to click the like attack button. Either from your what's it called? Your hotbar or from the actions tab.
Oh, strike. Yeah, here we go. There we go. All right, let's Did I just sheath it by accident?
Oh shit, dude. You meant to attack, but you sheathed it. That sucks. That's your turn. All right, moving on.
Shit. No.
Just kidding.
Do I hit damage? Is that the button that I hit?
No, you hit strike.
I don't see a strike option.
The +8.
Oh, that's what I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just need to see if you hit first. The +8, you're. Oh, just hit. Floink. All right, so in regular damage.
Thank God. Alright, let's hit damage. Let's get a little
Oh.
Oh.
All right, 3 damage. Not bad. You know, nothing to scoff at.
Alright.
Nothing to
Let's
scoff at. And are you gonna do your spell strike now?
I gotta do my spell strike.
All right. Now remember, you're gonna have a cumulative -4 to this one, just because
That's
you
okay.
have an agile weapon. So sorry, a cumulative +4, but because of the penalty.
Let's go get it. Everyone pray for me.
Wait. You
God
did your
damn.
+8, so that was wrong. It should have been a +4.
Oh.
Let's see if it still would have hit. You rolled a 12, +4 would have hit. Boom, regular damage. You're good. You're still good.
Excellent. Amazing. So just like last time, you see my scythe, the tip of my scythe begin to transform into a let's do like a big a lion's paw. Really large
Yeah.
claws.
All right, so
there.
you do 4 damage from the attack. Now, how much Ray of Frost damage do you do?
Oh, I did gouging claw.
Oh, Gouging Claw. How much Gouging Claw damage do you do?
Let's see how much gouging claw damage do I do.
All right, a little 5 plus 2 persistent bleed on its turn. So that means it's going to take 2 damage on its turn. And did it just do that? Wait, let me see. Yes, it did. Okay. So I'm going to reapply that. Sorry, I just wanted to see. So takes 2 damage on its turn, which should be soon, because it's like bleeding now from that gouging claw. You left it with open, gaping wounds. Knick-knack, it's back to
Nice.
you. Now,
Let's
Draconis,
go.
the scene is Draconis has 2 hurt wolves right in front of him, and a fully intact but mangy-looking wolf just to the left.
So yeah, I think Knick-Knack is gonna move on up here. To Knick-Knack, the character himself, is gonna move up
Oh,
to the Christ. Gonna move diagonally here. Pretend I'm moving diagonally and not a bunch of feet.
Yeah, you're good.
1, 2. Probably up into right about
Okay, yeah, I think
there.
that was fine. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah, that was 25 feet right there. So that's your speed,
And
so you're good.
target these 2 weak wolves. And go into it with good old electric arc.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Holy crap.
Let's see.
Oh, targets 2 creatures.
Oh, right,
okay,
right.
okay.
It's a basic reflex save, so I have to roll it. All right.
Right. And I click roll damage, right?
Yeah, you can roll damage because they're definitely gonna take. Well, they're probably gonna take some.
Zap these mofos. Nice.
All right, so my wolves both succeeded, but they still take damage. That's the beauty of these types of
Okay.
spells, is that they're still gonna take damage. So roll your damage, and they're gonna take half for succeeding.
Okay.
Now you just rolled 5.
That's okay. That's okay.
Half of that is 2, and I'll tell you they're both dead.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Go knick-knack.
What do the corpses smell like?
They
Jam.
they smell
Ew.
like cooked but rotting flesh.
I can do a perception check to figure out exactly what they smell like.
Exactly what that
I
rotting
just stick my nose in the
flesh.
Can you do a culinary arts check?
yeah, just with the wolf like jumping at me, I'm just gonna be like, hold on. Like
God, electric arc is such an awesome cantrip. The way that
Yeah.
like that's such
Oh
a
my
great
God.
use of it too, because you have
Yeah.
you have like 2 low-level enemies. Even if they pass, they're gonna take damage. They don't have a lot of HP, so it's like a good chance that even if they pass, take half damage, it's still gonna like be enough. And that gamble paid off because that was exactly true. And now it is my last remaining wolf's turn. He's sad, but you can tell that maybe if this was like a normal pack of wolves, that he would just give up.
Yeah.
But you can tell that that's not what he's not acting like that. This wolf is like what's the word? Just deranged almost, and it sees Draconis on the ground and goes to attack. Sorry, Draconis. First attack. Boom. Natural 1, god damn it!
oh, what a piece of shit.
A critical
go.
miss. Can't even hit a bumbling dragon on the ground.
The wolf is like racked with guilt, you know? Not guilt, just sadness.
It's gonna take a second attack, but this time at its -5. It's gotta roll kinda high to hit. Doesn't hit.
Oh,
I don't even
no.
think it can attack on its third. I don't even think it could hit on its third. I don't know if it
I,
even
like,
knows that
feel
though.
bad for it. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna try one more time, just one last attack, and this is probably its last turn. Natural 20! Oof, that's a little rough.
All right.
So that was like I think it could have only hit on a 19 or a 20. And it rolled its natural 20, which means it's not only a hit, it's a critical hit, which means I'm about to do double damage, which means
Oh, Lord.
this could be bad. Why is it only doing... Okay, I'm just gonna give it the +2 here because it's annoying me.
Draconis, I hope you are hearing Fimbul's song loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm still jamming away. I'm playing.
Wait,
I'm
no.
playing. What am I playing? I'm playing Through the Fire and the Flames on the flute. So
Yes.
hopefully that's helping the epic. You know, like.
Oh shit, that is pretty epic. Alright, let's see if this calculates correctly.
I think I'm gonna listen to that right now.
It rolled a fucking 1 on the fucking thing! God damn it! Alright. Because if that rolled a 6, you'd be done right now. Well, not done.
Jesus.
You don't die, don't worry. But you'd have chances to stabilize and such, but you'd be dying. Instead, okay, so that should be a 1d6 plus 2, and that should all get multiplied. So it's actually a 3 times 2, which is a 6. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that manually. Sometimes the machines don't get it right. Down to 5 hit points for Draconis, but it is now Thimble's turn. And oh
Alright,
shit!
let's finish this.
How long does Courageous Anthem last?
Let's see here. It lasts.
It lasts because those
I don't know. Oh, one round. So it should be done then, right?
Yes, it is done.
How do I cancel it? Let's see.
It automatically. I don't know if you saw, but everybody automatically lost the thing, and
Oh,
I'll
you're
just
right.
remove the emanation, like the animation itself.
Yeah.
Myself, okay.
For sure.
I'll just do that in a second. So yeah, you just focus on what you want to do.
Okay, I am gonna, I look at my rapier, and I'm kind of hyped up for my own song, so I'm just like, let's go at it again. And as I look this wolf in the eyes, both of them, I strike with my rapier. So I'm gonna do that roll. Let's go.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay.
That's a 19. That's a hit.
Beautiful.
Roll your damage.
Go.
Not a
Okay.
critical, but it's a hit.
I'll take it. Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
There's a good damage
Boom.
die.
Nice.
And that's,
Oh, I didn't target. Fuck.
That's okay.
Hold on.
It's okay. You're good.
So how do I give the damage to him?
I do the damage. I always.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, because you don't
Okay.
like own my token, so I have to do the damage anyway.
What is
but
the targeting? Is that just for
the targeting?
illustrative purposes, kind of?
It's like on my end, it calculates whether it was a hit or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like it tells me
Okay.
because it knows it's AC and everything, but it's fine. I know it's AC.
Oh,
at
I
this,
see what you're saying.
Yeah, I know it's AC at this point. You just did 6 damage to it.
Okay.
Amazing. Do you want to go again?
I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a spell.
Okay.
I'm thinking of doing the Phantom Pain.
Okay.
I just want to try something. If I'm understanding it correctly. Wait, critical success? The target is unaffected? Isn't that weird? Okay, whatever.
So it's because it has to make a will save. You're not
Oh, I
rolling
see
an
what you're saying.
attack in this case. It has to make a will save. Okay. And so if
Okay.
it critically succeeds, it's unaffected. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yes. Okay, I will do that. So, do I click save DC 17 will? Or
I'm gonna do that. So good job just putting it to the chat. That's perfect. And now I'll do that.
Hmm?
Roll its will save. Ooh, so it rolled a 20 on its will save, so it
Motherfuck.
succeeded. So the target takes full initial damage, but no persistent damage, and that's the end of the spell, unfortunately. But
I'll take it. So I can roll damage basically.
yeah. So click the roll damage, but yeah, in these cases you can just go ahead and roll the damage anyway, because unless I critically
Oh.
succeed. All right, so he's
Got
still
it.
going to take the
Okay.
full initial damage, but there's none of that
All right.
persistent. So this is like a So what is this? This is like a illusory pain racks the target, dealing 2d4 mental damage. So you see that this like wolf all of a sudden just like its head is like spinning, it's hurting, it's like its eyes are closing and it's kind of reeling away from you as it takes 5 more damage. All right, that's
Nice.
your turn. It does have the non-lethal trait, but it can knock them unconscious instead of killing them.
Okay.
But we'll see. It's Yala's turn, and
All right, Yala. Let's finish this.
oh, this wolf took 2 persistent damage, but that was the wolf that's already dead. So it more blood comes out of the dead wolf. Yala, it's your turn. What you gonna do now? Oh, Roy, you're muted. You're muted. Sorry, you've been muted for a little bit.
Well, let me just tell you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I
I've
can
been
hear
laughing
you.
at everyone's jokes this whole time.
Oh,
Let me just-
that's so good to know.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to hear. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Y'all is really good at just coming over to the work you guys have already done and just finishing off the job, and then looking like the hero for killing the wolf with like 3 hit points left. So I'm gonna come over and do that. Can I?
I mean,
occupy
you
this
you
cell?
were a hero killing that other wolf. 24 damage. That
Yeah, that was
insane.
you like eviscerated that.
Yeah.
Like fell to the ground in like 2 pieces.
That was
It was pretty
fantastic.
epic. Yeah.
I did enjoy that. Can I stand atop the dead wolf, or can I still not go to that cell?
Yes, you can now that it's dead. It's like we consider it difficult terrain, so moving through it is going to cost an extra 5 feet of movement. But I think even with that, you should be
Hmm.
okay. Because yeah, the first step into it will be fine. Yeah, so you should be good.
My other option is like, since I'm a monkey goblin, I understand that climbing like doesn't cost me, so I could like
Mm,
surprise this.
that's
wolf
true.
from behind.
But I think you move. I think even climbing, you only get. You move slower climbing too. You
Okay.
as a monkey goblin, what is it? You still get like
I have this the feat
yeah, combat
of
climber.
combat, but I still
You-
move slower. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you still have to. Yeah, it's still just. Yeah, you're not like I think there are other feats for like speedy climbing and stuff like that.
Got it.
But yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine with you just getting into its space is totally fine. So we can just move you there, no big deal. I'll just move you
Yeah.
there. And just to I'm just gonna move the wolf like away so it's easier to see your character.
Okay, great. Thank you. And now, let's longsword this motherfucker.
Yeah, foink.
And
So
maybe
one
target
action
him.
move. Fucking kill it.
What is this guy? Am I targeting the right wolf?
No. You're targeting.
The dead guy. Okay, here he is. Here he is. I found him.
There you go.
I'm such a good killer. Okay. Cool. And now I'm gonna longsword him.
Long sword attack on the wolf. Having trouble?
Yes. I don't know why. Hold on. My my control bar at the top just keeps disappearing.
Yeah, that's so strange. You may have accidentally collapsed it,
Yeah.
which is a possibility.
I should just like screen share so everyone can see what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean,
what is-
ultimately, yeah, I don't really want the VTT confusion to slow us down. So like, you can just
Yeah.
roll from your character sheet if you want. You know, it's
Oh, that
it's
works
not
too.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if from your actions tab on your character sheet.
Okay, thank you. All right, strike in. Okay.
Oh, that is a hit.
Okay.
Exactly
cool.
what you
Go,
needed to hit
baby.
as for a hit. So roll that damage, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it's gonna be it. Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh.
So Yala, do you want to describe what you do?
Yeah, so I stand atop his dead brethren and I pull up my longsword and I jump off the wolf, which feels mighty to me, but standing at 3 feet probably didn't look so heroic to everyone else. But just chop off this dude's head, and it rolls to Thimble's feet, he's just still playing
Oh,
his
nice.
instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
actually
like
he
kick
puts
it,
his
maybe,
foot
yeah.
on top of it like it's a soccer ball
Oh,
and just keeps
Dude,
playing.
that's exactly what I was thinking. That's literally. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
And
fucking amazing, you guys. That was great. You guys fucked up those wolves real good. And everybody can give yourselves 130 XP.
Oof. Let's
Yeah.
go.
A little fresher than
All
the
right.
last one.
My action bar came back.
Just in time. Yeah, I don't know why. Like when you only have one character, it should only like it should just be there all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. So we're adding 130 or our total's 130?
Add 130. So you should be at 190 now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now
Nice.
you're almost a fifth of the way to level 2.
Yes, sir. All right.
That's pretty sweet.
Level 2.
Alright, so now that these wolves are like dead, what do you do?
I'm ready to
No
cross
one's
the
I want
border.
to go. I want to go look at the zombie they were eating.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, as you guys get closer, now you realize that they were in fact snacking on a zombie.
Oh yeah.
And
We
these wolves look emaciated. They look like now that they're dead, you can really like, take a good look at them, at least the ones that weren't obliterated by you. And yeah, they look emaciated, like not in their right minds almost. Like it looks like they were desperate for food, and this was like the only thing that they came across, right? That they could find. Were like these like the flesh of zombies. I mean, and that explains the green tinged vomit. Yeah, do you guys want to put yourselves on the map where you are? Now that the combat's over, you can like, take the time to carefully maneuver down without making checks and stuff like that.
Got it. Oh, it's a gear.
Yeah, do you investigate the zombie?
yeah.
I think
Yes.
necessary if we investigate the gear. I was gonna say.
The gear looks big. It's like as big as me, so it could
Can
be
we check
useful.
out the gear?
You put
I don't actually know what it looks like from your perspective, but I do know that gear gets like automatically when they're dead, it like gets turned into a loot item or something.
Oh no, there's a gear on the map. Like
Like-
the
a-
legit gear. I thought you were saying there's like this zombie has
Oh,
gear.
no.
Oh, not that gear. No, we don't care about that.
Yeah, looking
Really
around,
cool.
it looks like there was like a wagon crash at some point along. It looks like it was actually some time ago because his gear has begun to get covered in dirt and grime, and the sand is like starting to kind of like it's starting to become like buried in the sand, probably just from natural wind movement. So it looks like this cart was turned over some time ago. But yeah, there's this zombo, and if you guys are kind of like investigating it, you actually find a healing potion on it.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope this zombie isn't Beryl.
What?
I hope this zombie isn't Beryl. Remember Beryl?
Oh, yeah, Beryl from the note.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That'd be
look
sad.
like it, but you're not sure. There's nothing else really identifying on this creature. There's the health potion, which it seems like it never got the chance to take.
Poor thing.
Or Chambler.
Yeah. And then like, what's your next move? You guys are spending some time.
I can hold on to the potion. Can I take the
Yeah.
potion?
Yes.
give it to
Are you
Knick-Knack
able to do
for-
that yourself, or do you need me
Oh
to
yeah,
drag it to your
Knick-Knack,
sheet?
you need this potion.
Well, Roy, I will remind you, you have a spell called Lay on Hands, which could help with this.
Oh yeah, hey, Knick-Knack, let me put my hands on you, if I may.
Lay your hands all over me. I'm very comfortable with it. I like y'all.
Yeah.
Knick-Knack is like very comfortable with y'all.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I think
Laying on those hands.
if you Even I
Try
don't know how this
target?
works, but if you try, you could try targeting him, doing your lay on hands, and seeing what happens. Oh, you did it. Nice. So lay on hands healing would be the one.
Roll healing.
Yeah, roll healing.
Can I drag this on him? No, okay. Roll healing.
Yeah, click the roll healing button. Nice. 6 points of healing to Yala.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I actually healed myself.
Oh,
but
well,
I was already-
that's fine. There you go.
Yeah.
Knick-knack.
Here.
You're all healed, friend. So now you're back to 11 out of 17, so that's pretty good. So,
This
what do you guys
portion
want to
would
do?
be-
Do you want to spend some time refocusing to regain your focus points? Do you just want to move on?
I'm thinking it's almost night. Like, if we can make it to the town, maybe we should just
That'd be
quickly
nice.
go.
Yeah. That would
I mean,
be.
those focus points back would probably be pretty good. But I mean, my feeling is that if we got a bunch of zombies coming around, there's only one place within a reasonable mile radius where there are people or would be people. So my feeling is, and this might be a little bit of a stretch, but this town is probably just crawling with zombies. And it's kind of the possibility that's swimming around my head. So maybe
And that does
maybe
seem
that's
like a
focus point.
stretch. I don't know any
Yeah,
GMs that would just
wonder.
populate a town full of zombies. I mean,
Yeah, you might be the first.
might be the first. It might be. You know, you won't know until you get there.
Could be full of
Um,
zombies.
But yeah,
Hey,
so Roy, you've
yeah.
used a point from your focus pool. And Knick-Knack, do you have a focus pool? You
I think
do.
I think it says infinite on there, but I do believe.
Oh,
I
well,
only
that's
get-
one of your cantrips which doesn't use a point, and you didn't use your, like, evolution surge spell, so you're all good in terms of that.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's just the health.
Alright, so are you guys refocusing, or are you just, like, moving on?
How long does refocusing take?
It takes 10 minutes.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
might as well, right?
I'm down to do it. I mean, yeah, I did use a spell.
Alright, it takes some... Well, yeah, I think, Arya, you don't have... Your spells only... Because of... Refocusing only fix, like, it only,
Are called focus spells?
Yeah, it only
Oh.
does your focus
The
spells.
ranked ones are, what is it, every day?
Yeah, when you make your daily preparations.
Okay, so that's okay then. Then yeah, I don't have to focus.
Yeah, but while some of you are gonna just take the time to meditate and focus, as you guys are sitting and kind of taking your time, meditating, examining the bodies, kind of figuring out what's going on, Yala seems to be casing the joint. You start to hear some rustling. I assume Draconis is with you, Knick-Knack, right?
No, he's kind of perched above right at the top of here. He was thrashing around bodies out of anger a little bit until lay on him happened, and then he calmed down. He's sort of roosting up here, actually.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Draconis then was going to be the one to notice this first. But these wolves all of a sudden start to rise and contort
No.
and their drool is coming out of their mouth. Their mouth is kind of chomping, and they rise in an unnatural fashion. And that's where we'll leave it until next time.
No.
The good news is more XP, I suppose. Maybe they're worth more now.
Yeah.
Because like,
If we live to get the XP, right?
And maybe a lesson:
true.
don't eat zombies.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, the wolves were so hungry, but yeah. So good thing then we didn't eat the vomit. Maybe that still classifies as like.
Yeah, what would have happened if we ate the vomit, Jalen?
Well, let's just say it's a good thing you didn't.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a. What kind of saving throw would that be?
Yeah, I mean,
Would
it's
it
a
be?
little more secondary at that point because it's like twice eaten, you know? So who knows?
Yeah.
It's
But
like, yeah.
All the zombie juice was absorbed.
yeah, maybe all the zombie juice exactly got absorbed. All right, guys, this was really fun.
Hell yeah.
Draconis is in a little bit of a peril, but we'll see.
I get combat much better now. Like I think
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand strategy and like what to
Awesome.
do.
Yeah, no, awesome. I think that it's just gonna take time till it, fully sets in, but I already felt like it was more smooth this time.
Yeah,
Than
yeah.
last time, just figuring things out. All right, I'm gonna
Sweet.